In testicular cancer, if a patient is not cured with first-line or even second-line therapy, we use high-dose chemotherapy on a bone marrow transplant unit at a cost of $150,000 to $200,000, but we cure patients. In lung cancer, where we have new and exciting molecules, but the goal tends to be a 2 to 6 month improvement in survival, this does become an issue. In the United States, our FDA approves drugs on the basis of efficacy and lack of serious toxicity, whereas in Europe, as well as other parts of the world, cost effectiveness is also part of the equation for drug approval. In a capitalist society, there would be no incentive for a pharmaceutical company to develop a drug that does not make a profit. It is unbelievably expensive for drug development. So we have this unsolvable conundrum. Should we approve and market drugs that prolong survival by 2 months when it costs $100,000 a year for that? This is really not sustainable and also not necessarily addressed by any of the current legislature that's gone on with the Affordable Care Act or with what we have as far as $14 or $16 trillion budget deficit that we have and other financial considerations. But I think as the next several years go by, we're not going to have the type of robust economy that's going to allow us to continue along the same pathway. And we are going to have to, if you'll excuse the term, ration healthcare to some degree and decide what we can afford to pay for. And indeed, when we're looking at drugs that cost $100,000 and a prolonged survival for 2 months, perhaps this should be a shared endeavor with patients who want that type of therapy, as well as insurers and companies to bring this about. But I don't see us being there this year or next year, but I do see us being there sometime in the future.